Austin Prosperity. I see your honorable mayor over there, works in the Department of Agriculture. Chad and Dana, thanks for hosting this, and good to see everybody. Blanche and I seems like we're always late going everywhere because we're going from here up to host a party for Blanche's nephew getting married. But what I'm going to get you to do before you go to bed tonight is help farmers in South Carolina. You know how you can do that? Pray for rain. We need it. We've got such a great potential this summer for crops, and now just with the dry weather that we have, it's really going to be a challenge. I was on the farm this morning with my brother, and I said we've got to make some new projections for the end of the year, which is just typical of what we face in agriculture, but it is a business that is very important to South Carolina. Won't throw a lot of figures at you, but just remember that in South Carolina's economy, almost 1/4 of it has a connection to agriculture and forestry. So it's sometimes in parts of this state, as those businesses grow, so grows our economy. As those businesses expand, so does jobs. And maybe 5 or 10 at a time, not a Boeing, not a BMW, but here and there and all across the state. And we're seeing that growth in Greenville. A company named Amy's Kitchen is coming from California. I tell them that's going to be a culture clash between, I don't know what they bring, airheads and gearheads, I don't know. But they're going to employ 700 people using farm products. We hope we can supply as many as possible in a great new member of our agribusiness community, like Heinz Foods in Florence. 250 people beginning in August. We need more South Carolina farmers to supply them. If we can grow this industry, and I think we can over the next 10 years, by getting greater share for our farmers, by looking at exports to the Charleston port, and we're all about deepening that port because it serves agriculture, and also continuing some incentive-based program to get alternative energies produced from our own crops, not corn like they do in the Midwest, but a different model maybe that works here with our soils and our climates. Then that agribusiness, I think in the next decade, can add half of its size again to our economy. And no matter how we grow our economy, the more dollars we flow through it, the lower we keep tax rates and tax revenues go up. So it ain't rocket science if even a farmer like me can understand that. So that's what we're about in the department. We're operating at a level less than half of the dollars that were coming to the department 4 years ago. They're coming there now. It's a challenge, but it's a challenge for all of your businesses, your livelihoods, your households, the same way it is the state government. That's just normal, and the way it should be. The state government feels and operates the same as our private economies do. So we're very proud of the way we're able to stretch our folks and our dollars there in the Department of Agriculture. We think it's worth it because we think this industry has great potential. We think food safety is just that critical for South Carolina, and that's part of what Derek Underwood and his group do. We go out and we inspect people who are producing food that you buy. It doesn't take long in the newspaper to just see that around the world people do not produce food under the same types of regulations and quality control that we do, so it's very important to us. So the Department of Agriculture is sort of a lot of times behind the scenes, just doing its job, and that's the way we like it. So again, Chad, thanks for putting this on, and thanks for hosting everybody. It's good to be with you.
Great. Thank you.